Hey there, I'm Hillary DeCaesar, and you're about to listen to episode number 40 of the Silver Lined Relaunch. When I say the word meditation, what thoughts come to mind? Do you think, I'd love to practice meditation daily, but in reality, I just don't have the time to sit still. My mind is so cluttered. I've tried it. Doesn't work for me. Or what I used to do, I was great for 2 or 3 days, and then I fell off the wagon. Or are you one of those raising and clapping your hands in the air saying, yep, I do it every single day. I know the scientific reasons why, and I'm a meditation junkie. Well, no matter if you've never said in your life, or if you've been meditating for decades before it was even a buzzword, you're going to love this show with the energetic and incredible Ali Katz. As a busy mom, career woman herself, she was someone who had... Take two. Hey there, I'm Hillary DeCaesar, and you're about to listen to episode number 40 of the Silver Lined Relaunch. When I say the word meditation, what thoughts come to mind? Do you think, well, I'd love to practice meditation daily, but in reality, I just don't have the time to sit still. Or every time I've tried it, it didn't work. Or what I used to do, I was great for 2 or 3 days, and then I fell off the wagon. Or are you one of those raising and clapping your hands in the air right now saying, yep, I do it every single day, I know the scientific reasons why, and I'm a meditation junkie? Well, no matter if you've never said an in your life, or if you've been meditating for decades before it was even a buzzword, you'll love this show with the energetic and incredible Ali Katz. As a busy mom, wife, career woman herself, after someone suggested meditating to deal with the whirl of life's demands, she decided to give it a try. And it's no secret, she was instantly transformed. Not only did meditating stop the constant noise in her mind, she suddenly felt open and connected in a way she hadn't dreamed she'd ever feel. And suddenly, she began to have a connection to the spirit world. And not just humans. Amazing! She is a conduit for messages to those of us on Earth. Does this sound out there? Well, it won't after you hear her story, as well as her journey to becoming one of the media's go-to experts as a meditation teacher and conduit, who is also a best-selling author. So keep your mind and ears open while listening to this episode. It will show you how even small amounts of focus time going within can have the most profound effects in every area of your life. And now, our conversation begins, and so does this incredible journey you're about to hear. You're listening to the Silver Lined Relaunch, and I'm your host, Hillary DeCaesar, award-winning entrepreneur and transitional coach. Each week, I'll invite you to tune into inspirational stories, revealing how you too can turn ordinary experiences into the extraordinary. Feeling stuck? I'll share step-by-step strategies to fuel your ability to experience a life where silver linings are both abundant and possible. Okay, and welcome to the Silver Lined Relaunch. And today I am over the top excited to introduce you to a person who's now become my friend,
That's
Ali
great.
Katz. And Ali, it is so great to have you here. And I just know everyone is going to be like, when we tell your story, it's such a fabulous story, totally unexpected and so awesome. So let's jump in right away
Thank you.
with your relaunch. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Welcome to my closet. This is my COVID office. I'm surrounded by dogs in my little cocoon. So
Okay,
my
I really hold on. I really wish people, okay, if you are right now not watching this, not watching it, I strongly suggest you watch this on video because Allie is taking this from her closet. Literally, I can see her shoes. I can see her purple dress. I can see her, leather jacket. I can see
that's
everything.
actually I think that's a bathrobe. I probably should have moved it. But
The
so
purple? Okay, so
yes,
you're not donning a purple dress. You're okay.
but
Okay, so
you know what? There's always a way to make it work. So no excuses. I have a husband working from home, kids homeschooled half the time. Like this is my COVID office. It's the only quiet place with Wi-Fi, and we just make it work. So
hey, I love it. I love it. I love everything about you. So now let's jump into your relaunch story because this is
okay,
truly fun.
okay. So um, my professional life has taken a lot of twists and turns, and I've learned so many lessons from it. And I feel like it's really built my character in so many amazing ways. Um, I started off, I guess my whole transformation started my journey. So I was just living a regular life, two really young kids. Looking back, my attention was on a lot of the wrong things. Um, and then someone told me, you should really learn to meditate. And I was like, okay, I didn't know anything about meditation. And I'm really good at following directions though. So I was like, okay, I got a book. I read like 4 pages. I sat down. I started meditating the next day. I had no idea what I was doing, but I can tell you even that first time it felt so good. I just did a few minutes and I started noticing after being really consistent that changes started happening in my life. And I remember the very first change, I was walking my one of my dogs about 6 weeks after I started meditating, just for a couple minutes every morning, and I stopped short. And I said to myself, that brick of anxiety that lived on my chest 24/7 that I just thought was normal, all of a sudden I stopped short and I was like, wait, that feeling is gone. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, what happened? And I was like, who cares? This is the best thing ever. I can't believe I don't feel it. And I said to myself, the only thing that's changed in my life is that I've been meditating. So it must be doing something. I guess something's happening. And I kept going. And then I started noticing more and more changes in my life. I started feeling more confident. I was making better choices. I felt more present. I wasn't yelling at my kids as much. I just overall started feeling so much better. And after, time had passed and my practice was really strong, I was just convinced that it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I'm a big sharer. So whether I love a book, a lip gloss, anything in the whole world, I want to tell everybody about it. And
This
I
is
was
where
like,
our big connection came in.
yeah,
And everyone, I'm keeping you in suspense here. You are going to hear something crazy, 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 but that's coming. But yes, love that you love to share
I love to
everything too.
share. And I was like, I have to help other people bring meditation into their lives. I just have to. So I decided to get certified to become a meditation teacher. And once I did that, it was like whoosh. I ended up writing 3 books on meditation and mindfulness. It's the Hot Mess to Mindful Mom trilogy, which is super fun. And I started just teaching and speaking and traveling to speak and doing all kinds of things, and it just took off and I loved it so much. And then I started, but then like the breadcrumbs, I'm going to talk about the universal breadcrumbs
Mm.
where we follow the path. That's like my thing. I'm going to talk about that more than one time. I started then sort of diving into some more of the metaphysical, sort of mediumship and working with spirit guides and things that came into my life. But once I saw how much they did for me, of course, I wanted to share and help other people. And then one thing led to another, and I followed those universal breadcrumbs a little bit more, and I was led to animal communication. And now that is actually the biggest part of my business is animal communication. So I've done a few different things, and every single thing has led me to the next thing. Now that I have perspective and I can look backward, I can see I could never have done the animal communication without the meditation that had to come first. But I was always knew I was on this journey. For example, I remember telling someone I was working with 3 years ago, I said, doing hot mess to mindful mom and everything I'm doing right now is where I am meant to be. I know without a doubt it's what I'm supposed to be doing, but I know it's not my end game. But I don't
Mm.
know what my end game is. I'm not sure. It's going to be really exciting to find out. And if you had told me it was animal communication, I probably would have looked at you like you have two heads. But I
Yeah,
was
and we're gonna talk about animal communication in a sec, but I
but
wanna
I've
go
always
back.
been really open to the process
Yes.
and the journey. And so that's like everything to me.
Okay, but, the buzzword right now is meditation, right? Everyone is, meditate, you gotta meditate, and there are still so many people, and I know when I first started trying, it was really awkward. It was really uncomfortable. I could not turn off the sounds of my mind. And so what you said, like you just all of a sudden a few weeks into it, you just start feeling like really great. You didn't have that, like, that anxiety. How did you actually really get started in it?
So, you know what? People are often really intimidated by meditation because they have all these preconceived ideas about it. I didn't have any preconceived ideas about it. I hardly knew what it was. Okay. I was like the greenest, blindest meditator in the whole world. Looking back, it's actually like really funny that I was even successful. I think it was just, I was like, it was meant for me. I just needed it so much, a few minutes a day where I was quiet and I wasn't on social media. No one was asking me for anything and no chores. And it was just me. And I think I needed it so much. I just gravitated toward it really, really quickly because it felt so good. But what I teach people as a meditation teacher, because I still teach people meditation all the time, is it isn't that complicated. People make it so complicated in their mind. Like they've heard this phrase, clear your mind. Okay. Like half the people
No
are like
doubt.
raising their hand. Yup. Okay,
Oh,
guess what? That's not going to happen ever. Okay. That is a misconception that that's going to happen. You're going to have thoughts in meditation. That's part of the process. You're learning how to focus. So all that matters is you notice when you're having thoughts and you come back to your meditation. So my style of meditation, the way I teach, I call it meditation for the real world. Meditation for your
mm.
real life. I make it feel really simple and doable and accessible and relatable. I don't make it this heady thing that you can't understand. I make it feel really simple and attainable. And that's how I treated my meditation practice. Like I couldn't mess up as long as I was doing it. I was doing it right. And that's what I teach people. As long as you're doing it right. So let go of all the ideas of how you think it should be and just sort of accept how it is.
So your philosophy, just like you said, meditation for real life, just like your book, Hot Mess to Mindful Mom, you bring it back to the real. You bring it back to what we all can actually do. We can.
Yes.
So if I were to say, how do you, okay, I'm sitting down, how would you coach me to start a meditation practice?
Okay. First of all, I would tell you to start with a small amount of time. Start with 5 minutes. Okay. And use a timer. Okay. I would tell you to be consistent. Consistency is everything when it comes to meditation. Okay. Put it this way. If you want to lose weight and you eat a salad, you're gonna like feel good from that salad, but you're not gonna lose weight unless you eat a salad every day instead of takeout every day. You have to do something consistently to see a difference. Meditation, consistency is the key factor. The most important thing about meditation is doing it consistently
And what is consistently? Is that like
every day.
once a day? Okay, it's every
Yeah.
day. And is there here goes my logical mind right now. Is there a minute that you're supposed to put on it? Is it a minute, 2 minute, 10 minute, 20, 30? What exactly
Okay.
if we're going to be consistent?
I want you to start where you are. Okay. If you have never meditated before and I tell you you have to start with 20 minutes, you're going to do it for like 2 days and then you're going to stop. You're
No doubt.
too overwhelming at first. So I say start with a small amount of time, be consistent, and then build up slowly as you feel ready. I would rather you meditate for 10 minutes every single day than 20 minutes twice a week. It's going to do
Did
more
you hear
for
that,
you.
everyone? Every day, less but consistent.
Yeah. So if you could
Totally get
get
that.
to 20 minutes, ideally, that's amazing. But again, it's better to meditate for 10 minutes every day than to like just do it every once in a while.
So you said 3 weeks you started to feel better.
Six,
At 6 weeks, excuse me, 6 weeks. How long were you meditating by the time you got to 6 weeks?
8 minutes a day.
8 minutes. Okay, I love that. That's what I need to hear. Okay, love that. And so now we're going to continue on this journey, and you are now realizing that you have a gift. And it's a gift that I actually took advantage of this, last week. And it's pretty powerful how you can actually share what you shared with me. Can you explain what you did with me, because then that's going to help us get into the animal communication, which we absolutely have to cover.
Okay, so we did a session where I connected to your spirit guides. So if someone doesn't know what spirit guides are, and again, you can listen to this and you can believe in what I say. You don't have to, but I ask you to keep an open mind to what I'm saying. I'm just giving you my
My audience,
perspective.
they keep open minds,
Okay.
no doubt. We're
Open
all here for open minds.
Okay. So I believe and teach people that we all have a team, a universal team, team spirit supporting us. And it's made up of angels and spirit guides and your departed loved ones, everyone that's on your side. And everybody has it. Whether you think you do or not, you do. And so I connected with your spirit guides who had a list of to dos basically that they wanted you to do in your life. Things that had to do with business, things that had to do with your personal life, things that had to do with your health. They had a whole list that they gave me. I said, "What do you want Hillary to know?" And I just took my pen and I wrote down everything that I heard and I saw in my head. And I got a whole to do list for you. And then I did an energy clearing where I said, let's clear out anything holding Hillary back, anything that you picked up from other people or other places in your energy field that doesn't belong to you, anything in your own energy system that can sort of be gunking you up and holding you back. Let's get rid of it so that you can then attain everything and work on everything that your guides want you to do. And we kind of cleared you all out, and then we talked about it and you were able to ask questions and get more clarification, and we sort of did some more communication with your guides, asking some more questions. You learned about some specific guides that are working with you right now, and they had some pretty specific things that they wanted you to do. So it's just a really really cool experience. And then what I do at the end of those readings is I it's not guaranteed, but I always ask, is there a loved one in spirit that wants to come through? And your mom came through with a really special
Mm.
message for you. And so it was just a beautiful experience that we
It was incredible, and timing wise, it was absolutely perfect. Was going into the launch of my business course, The Fired Up Entrepreneur, and there's always that like anticipation and anxiety that comes around, when you're launching again. And I got to tell you, what you were able to give me through my team spirit was incredible. And the few things that you said that I should be doing, she, absolutely nailed it. I've been drinking way too much tea and not enough water. And she's just like, hey, I think you're drinking a lot of tea and maybe you should be bringing in more water. So I now have my glass next to my tea and I'm trying to, do that. And there were so many others that were just I mean, incredible. And I've really been practicing it for, the things that you asked me to do for probably the
Well, the things
last.
that your guides asked.
That's true. The guy, it was coming through you.
Yeah.
And I have only in the last probably couple years really started meditating, and I had that this is the hardest thing ever. I didn't like it. It didn't feel good to me. It felt very uncomfortable. And so I would do it and never consistent. Never, never. And so when you said it really, has to be consistent, I'll tell you what happened to me about a year ago. A year ago, all of a sudden, I was doing it first thing in the morning. I would just sit there and really tried and I did it. First I just said to myself, just do it for 3 days. Then I said, okay, now do it for 7 days. Now do it. And it just kept going. And all of a sudden, it became like I needed it. Like if I didn't start my day that way, and if even right now with my life, I feel that I'm not in alignment. Like I literally feel
Absolutely.
and the days that I know I'm going to really be needing this like leaning into that part of myself that really, like be calm, be present, be all this. I do it even longer in the morning to get myself. And it's like a rock your socks off energy type of, vitamin that I'm giving my infusion, right? So I agree with you. I loved it. And then
When you
oh,
start your day from that centered, calm place, it's easier to find your way back during the day. When stress, even when you're a meditator, even when have meditated, I've meditated for 9 years now, every single day. It's not that I don't get stressed. I still get stressed. It's not like you get to this Zen place where nothing bothers you. You're human. You have human emotions. Things annoy me. Things, stress me out. However, I can recover so much quicker. So you can come back to that center point. You can come back to that grounded place. So it's not that stress isn't going to ever come, but it's how quickly can you recover from it. That's the key. So that's what my meditation practice also helps me do is really recover something that used to throw me into a tailspin or
mm.
I would be pissed for 2 hours. Now it's like after 2 minutes I can sort of regroup and understand what's happening and come back to myself. So it's a huge shift.
But there's also scientific evidence.
Oh, we can totally get into that.
Please
Absolutely.
share a little of that because when I found out, that's actually what turned me over that, turned the new leaf. And I'm like, okay, I'm really going to try this because I did hear what the benefits could be.
There are so many amazing benefits of meditation. It's called neuroplasticity. You're actually changing your brain. You're creating new neural pathways, the ways that your brain wires and the way it fires. You're shrinking parts of your brain that send you into the fight or flight response, and you're enlarging parts of your brain that help you focus on learning, memory, emotional awareness, all of these really important things that we want. Meditation is amazing for kids as well as adults. The elderly, the Alzheimer's Association advocates for daily meditation. And meditation touches us body, mind, and spirit, mentally, emotionally, physically. You can do things with meditation like some people come to me for meditation, their doctor sends them to me. They need to lower their blood pressure, their cholesterol. It can help with chronic pain, menopause, PMS. Then there's a whole emotional, mental side of it, feeling less stressed, feeling more compassionate, feeling less judgmental, having more confidence, feeling less stress and anxiety, feeling more connected to your intuition, your purpose. It's different for everyone. People are like, what's going to happen to me? And I'm like, I can't tell you that, but I can tell you you're going to like it. No one has ever said I liked myself more before I meditated. Okay. Like, whatever
That is such a great point. Totally.
good,
Yes.
it is
Yes.
going to be good. I promise you. So,
Okay. So now we're going to move into animal communication.
okay.
Okay. What? What
Okay.
is
So,
that? What are you talking about? Ali, it sounds a little far out there,
even far out there for your crew.
even far out there. And I'm like, pretty much like, okay, but I'm saying, yeah, all right. All right.
Okay.
I get it because I know
So,
what you did with me.
here's the thing. I was doing everything I did with you. Okay? Like at that point in my life when out of nowhere, this is what I mean by following the universal breadcrumbs. out of nowhere, there was an email in my inbox about an animal communication class. I have no idea how it got there. I did not follow this person. I'm telling you, the universe plopped it into my email. All right. And I looked at it and I was like, I love animals. That sounds awesome. I want to learn that. And I signed up for the class. And I have no idea why, and I have no idea how. And I went to the class and I connected with my very first animal. And I was like, oh my God, I am meant to do this. This is what it's all been pointing to. This is for me. And from there, I had so much trust and faith that it was my path. I started practicing on all my friends and family's animals and getting experience. And then I worked with someone for 6 months, mentored me, and I did all these classes and all these. I had to do like 75 practices for free and all this training. And then I just started doing it. And you know, when something's right, like the trajectory of my business looks like this now. It's the most unbelievable thing. I'm like, thank you, universe. Thank you, guides. Thank you for pointing me in this direction. I'm so glad I followed. I took that inspired action. That's what it's all about. The universe will put things in your path, but you have to take action on them. You have to notice them. You have to be willing and have the faith that it's there for a reason. And I just trusted it and went for it. And I can't even tell you how amazing it's been.
So, Allie, you work with animals that are people
Living
that have animals living and
and
ones that have
in spirit.
passed.
Yes. So it's a soul to soul connection. The soul doesn't ever die. The soul is everlasting. So just like a medium, like or when I work with when loved ones in spirit come into my readings, I'm connecting with a soul that has passed. It's the exact same thing with an animal. So I can connect with animals that are living or in spirit that have passed because it's the same exact soul to soul connection. It doesn't change a thing.
So this is like, I love it so much. I'm actually going to get a gift certificate for a friend of mine
Awesome.
for Christmas. This is going to be a
Perfect. I think
Christmas
it's an
gift.
amazing gift. I've actually had a few people be doing it as gifts recently. A
It's
lot of
so
birthday presents too.
or Valentine's or I mean, how much do we love our pets?
I know.
And
Everyone wants to know what
that's
their
another
pets are
thing.
thinking.
A pet, what the pets are thinking. That is so cool. But we're talking, it's not just dogs.
No, it's every animal. I read a cockatiel yesterday. I've done hundreds of dogs. I've done a lot of cats. I've done horses, birds, guinea pigs, a gecko. Someone just wrote me about a bearded dragon. Um,
I love it. I love this. Okay. So now that you found your passion, you found this, how can people learn more about you? Where can they go?
Okay, so my website is the best place, alikatz.com, ALIKATZ. And then I'm very active on Instagram and it's alikatz underscore. So you can send me an email or a message if you want more information. And it's just the best. It's the best.
Okay, this is, you know what? It's always so much fun to talk to you. But I do have, as you know, I have some
Okay.
questions, some very important questions that I would like to ask you.
All right.
Okay, so if you were on a Zoom call, would you be dressed head to toe or just belly button up?
Head to toe.
Okay, and is that because you're in the closet right now?
It's you know what? I've been getting dressed during COVID. I know most people have been like, I want to just be in sweats, but I still feel good putting on some makeup, getting dressed. These clothes are in my closet. I'm not just going to let them sit there. I come downstairs and my husband's like, where are you going? I'm like, the kitchen. I'm going to the kitchen, all dressed up.
That's so great. Okay, how often do you wash your hair?
I try to wash it twice a week because I want my keratin treatment to last longer.
Ooh, that makes sense. which I love that. For those that don't know, it helps you keep your hair very straight so you don't have to keep blow drying it forever. Okay, favorite podcast besides this one?
There's one called Spiritually Hungry that I love, and I would say right now that's my current favorite.
Okay, I love this beauty product, and what is the name?
Ooh, the brand is G Beauty, GEE, and it's like the cream blush sticks. Like love, love, love. You got to look them up.
Okay, I'm actually writing that down. And then backyard barbecue or a schwanky cocktail party,
Backyard barbecue.
and your go-to poolside drink.
Okay. Well, I'm not a huge drinker, so usually it's an iced chai, but if I were to have a drink, it would be a glass of rosé.
Okay, and your favorite animal that you like to do readings on.
I mean, I love all animals, but I'm the biggest dog lover. So I I mean, I'm just like, I'm a dog person. So I
Okay.
don't have to say dogs.
Okay, and the bonus question is, what does a powerhouse of possibility mean to you?
Powerhouse of possibility to me means going as far as you can go in life, being your most authentic self, because to me, that is the most important. No one in the world can bring what you bring, and no one can say what you say, and no one can share what you share. So, owning it, not worrying about being perfect, just being as authentic as you possibly can. And I don't think there's anything more powerful than authenticity.
Absolutely. And when you said own it, I use that all the time in the relaunch code. It's like, you got
We're
to own it.
so
You got
connected.
to own it. Absolutely. Well, listen, Ali, thank you for being here. I
Thank
am sure
you.
there's going to be so many people that are going to be getting into the show notes, making sure that they connect with you. And I can hardly wait to see my friend's face when she opens up her gift at Christmas. So thank you. Thank you
Thank you for
again.
having me. Thank you so
Such,
much.
such a pleasure. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you felt a connection to this episode of the Silverlined relaunch, please head over to iTunes now. It would mean so much to me if you would leave a good review and help others find silver linings as well. And don't forget, you can have immediate access to all of the bonuses and notes from the show today in our treasure chest, which you have access to for free by texting 55444 and typing in treasure chest. Or you could go to our private Facebook group, The Relaunch Effect, Living a Life You Love. Together we've hit the reset button for you, turning your transitions into a transformation. Until next time, don't forget, there's always a silver lining.